Vivek Ramaswamy is your standard charlatan. He speaks with a certain tonality, with the expectation that he's going to overwhelm you with his wordiology, right? He's going to overwhelm you by having answers and just one after the other continuing to fight. Well, what he forgot is that there are, in fact, a guy who wrote a book on doing these kinds of interviews for people like Vivek, and his name is Mehdi Hasan. And Mehdi Hasan, somehow Vivek believed he was going to go on to Mehdi Hasan's show and make mincemeat out of him. Instead, the converse occurred. I want you to listen to this, and then we'll take it on the other side. But this is important.
The fast-talking Ramaswamy, who Chris Christie famously said sounds like ChatGPT, always appears unbothered by his stream of contradictions and falsehoods, never really gets nailed down long enough to be caught in that. But until today, Ramaswamy had not gone up against one interviewer in particular, one who is built for just this sort of situation. MSNBC's own Mehdi Hasan. And in retrospect, probably should have kept it that way.
So, Mehdi, I've made this really easy for everybody. And I did this in the early weeks of the campaign. I released 20 years of tax returns.
Yes, you did.
Something that no presidential candidate, let alone somebody who's successful in business, has done. I challenge Democrats and Republicans alike, including the Biden family, to do it.
Exactly. We have 2009
But the fact of the matter is, you know what I would advise every 24-year-old should take
2009 and 2010, you made $750,000. You had the money to pay for law school. You didn't need a Soros affirmative action scholarship that you now criticize.
I mean, none of this is worthy, but if you think it is, let's get to the detail. That was actually the first big piece of money.
You say you're anti-affirmative action. You took a scholarship for immigrants.
I'm anti-affirmative action.
So why'd you take a scholarship for the children of immigrants?
Which falsehood would you like me to address? The financial one or the one about my views on affirmative action? Because I can go in whichever order you'd like.
On
the financial piece of it. Not at the time that I had applied for the scholarship that fall.
Yes, you did.
That December.
Yes, you did, Vivek. This is awkward for you because you did.
You're, I think, the best interviewer in American media.
Oh, you're too kind, Chris.
At that kind of thing. You really are. You're phenomenal at it. What is the Vivek Ramaswamy method? What's been sort of amazing to me is I feel like he's set some sort of Olympian record of glibness. Just like everything is just like, well, I would simply do this. This is so easy. It's like everything is easy. Everything's obvious. And it's like, well, no, not everything's that obvious. What was your takeaway from going toe to toe with him?
The takeaway I had is that there are two big issues with Ramaswamy. One is, what is his qualification to be president of the United States?
Fair
And the other
question.
is, can we trust anything he says? And those were the two themes I stuck to. He was a little irked by that. He did the kind of, these are gotchas. Why can't we talk about substance? But my point is, why would I want to discuss the details of your peace plan for Ukraine before we first establish whether you should be president, right? Like anyone can say, I've got a plan for Ukraine. You go on the internet right now, 100 people have opinions on Ukraine. The issue is, why this guy? What's he going to do about it? How can we trust him? And I think, what I tried to do, I asked him about, he used to criticize Trump. And now he doesn't, because he probably wants to be Trump's vice president. So I put that to him. And, the Soros stuff you just played. This is a man who attacks George Soros. He took a scholarship from the Soros family, from Soros's brother, an affirmative action scholarship, which he claims to hate. And then he said, I didn't have the money for it. And I challenged him. He said, I never said that. It's another thing he does, Chris. He just denies things that are on tape.
I want to play that exchange about because he had tweeted after January 6th. Again, I don't know if the tweet itself was pandering at the time or what he really thought. I mean, who knows where the line is, right? My suspicion is that he tweeted it because he thought it, but we'll see. About what Trump did was abhorrent, and you had an exchange over that. Take a listen.
Yes, I want you to answer my question, Vivek. Three times I've asked it. What did Trump do that was downright abhorrent? It's a simple question. It's your words. It's on screen. What did he do that was downright abhorrent?
I believe that failing to unite this country falls short of what a true leader ought to do. That is why I'm in this race, is to do things differently than any prior president has done them. That's the hard truth, okay?
And that's what made him a sore loser and abhorrent.
The media
yes, your words.
and the...
Mehdi Hasan did exactly right. He kept him off balance, because when you're lying, it is dependent for you to keep the equivalencies and the balances in check. And when somebody continues to chip away at your fallacies, it takes the soil from underneath you. Watch how Hasan did that, and listen to the commentary that went along with it, because I tell you, that is what it's going to take for certain folks to understand the dangers of guys like Ramaswamy. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel. And number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.